What's up guys, it's Rogue here and welcome back to yet another amazing video on the channel. For today I got you a DarkWorld Deck Profile. I do admit this is a deck I don't know a lot about. This is a sort of build that I got off my friend. I know that it's probably not going to be the perfect build, but if you do have the perfect build, make sure you do leave it in the comments down below and sort of educate me a little bit, because I'm not entirely sure about DarkWorlds. I know they're a very cool deck, hence why I wanted to show them off on the channel. I do think they are rogue, fitting the rogue tier theme of having rogue decks. And yeah, please do let me know in the comments down below any other ways to possibly improve or sort of, you know, different variations of this deck. But if you do like this type of content and you are new around here, make sure you do hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and hit the subscribe button. I promise you it is free. And without any further ado, let's get straight into this DarkWorld deck profile. So starting off with the deck profile here, we have triple of the Overking of the DarkWorld, and we have triple of Grapha, Dragon Lord of the DarkWorld. These cards are just insanely good. They're not once per turn, and you sort of want them in rotation in your graveyard. They get you a lot of advantage, and I think maximizing them is the smart thing to do. We have triple of the Genta, Gateman of the DarkWorld. This card, you can discard it from your hand. That isn't once per turn, and it can search you the field spell. And if it is banished, it will special summon itself to the field. That one is once per turn. We have triple Snow. When discarded, this is just a row turn. It's not once per turn, so why not max out on it? Double of the Silver, one of the Vanguard of the DarkWorld, and one of the Ceruli Guru of the DarkWorld. This rounds out our DarkWorld package. I think it's a very strong package, and it's a really good number because we're going to be going through our deck a lot because we play the dangers and we're going to be drawing and discarding a decent amount. So I'm very happy with these names. Moving on from the DarkWorld stuff, we have double of the Salamander Catalyzer. It's basically a staple at this point in the deck, and one of the Blackwing Zephyros the Elite, just to help us get us bodies and bounce cards from the field back to our hand. Moving on to the dangers, we have double Nessie, we have double Bigfoot, double Mothman, double Chupacabra, one Ogobogo, one Thunderbird, one Tsuchinoko, and one Jackalope. So this is a lot of dangers, but they all have amazing effects of you can reveal them in your hand, your opponent discards a card, and if they miss, they special and draw, which is perfect for our DarkWorlds. And, you know, we're playing two of the sort of good ones, I guess you can say. These are limited, so we don't have a choice in the Tsuchinoko and Jackalope, but Nessie searches, Bigfoot pops, Mothman draws and discards. Chupacabra is a Monster Reborn, which is good because we want to get into that Sayuja. Ogopogo's a Foolish, Thunderbird's a MST, Tsuchinoko revives itself, and Jackalope specials one from the deck. So there's all the danger effects and what they do and why we are playing them. Moving on to the spells, there's a few. We have two Gates. No need to play three in my opinion, since we have triple Genta that isn't once per turn, and we have Snow as well to search it. One of the Archives with one of the Ascension. Again, searchable through Snow, and you are going to be doing a lot of drawing as well, so there's a very high chance that you will be seeing them. Double of the Foolish Burial Goods. We're playing this because we can actually dump our Metal Foes Fusion and our Danger Response team, which is some spicy tech. And for the spiciest of techs, we have the Cheerful Coffin. You don't know what this card does is you discard up to 3 monster cards from your hand to the graveyard, and that will proc all your DarkWorlds and all your dangers. So that is it for the main deck. Let's get on to the extra deck. Continuing to the extra deck, we have the 1 Link 5. Getting monsters on board isn't a problem for this deck, so we can obviously out problematic monsters with a summoning mechanic, which is the Link 5 by using one of your opponents. World Sea Dragon Zelantis, we're playing this because it combos very well with our Sayuja, that we do make a lot to draw a lot of cards. It's sort of, you make the Sayuja, and then with just Sayuja alone, you can make the World Sea Dragon and sort of help break the opponent's board. We have the 1 Appaloosa. Very common to get 3/4 negates on Appaloosa. Very easy to spam monsters in this build. 1 BLS, just really nice, I guess. If your opponent has trouble outing big monsters that have protection, you can make the BLS. The 1 Muckracker, this is a sort of Monster Reborn for your Fiends. The 1 Cross Sheep, again, just extra extension. The 1 Akashic Magician helps bounce your own cards back to your hand and you can continue playing. We have the 1 Dingirsu, just to out on targetable things. We have 1 Hope Harbinger to negate spells, Giant Coach King to draw 3 cards, Dugaris to draw 2 and discard 1, or you can Monster Reborn. We have the Abyss Dweller, because it's still really, really good, this format. And we have double Grapha Dragon of the Overlord. And he's really good because when your opponent would activate a card, you can change it to you discard a card, which obviously procs your Dark Worlds. And when he's outed, he will revive a Grapha from the Banish pile or the graveyard. So that's really, really nice as well. So that is the end of the DarkWorld deck profile, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy my take on DarkWorlds. As I said in the beginning, please do leave your comments down below as to what deck lists you guys are running for DarkWorlds. I know there's a bunch of different ways to run this deck, and I just think the deck is extremely versatile, to be honest. A lot of spam potential. But without any further ado, I'll catch you all in the next video, and I'll see you then.